Washington, D.C.'s best and brightest turned out to pay tribute to Ethel Kennedy on Wednesday, including former President Barack Obama and the extended Kennedy brood. The Kennedy matriarch, who was married to U.S. Senator Robert F. Kennedy and a sister-in-law of former President John F. Kennedy, passed away on October 10th due to complications related to a stroke, according to a statement from Kerry, her daughter. The statement continued, "She was a devout Catholic and a daily communicant, and we are comforted in knowing she is reunited with the love of her life, our father, Robert F. Kennedy, her children, David and Michael, her daughter-in-law Mary, her grandchildren Maeve and Saoirse, and her great-grandchildren Gideon and Josie. Please keep our mother in your hearts and prayers," it finished. The memorial was held at the Cathedral of St. Matthew the Apostle in Washington, D.C., and other prominent politicians came to pay their respects, including former President Bill Clinton and President Joe Biden, who spoke the eulogy. Stevie Wonder and Sting paid tribute to Ethel with surprise performances, and Martin Luther King III also attended the memorial to honor the activist. See all the moving photos from her memorial service below. Ethel's family carries her casket into the cathedral. Ethel's extended family, including her children, grandkids, and great-grandkids, walked behind her casket as it was carried into the cathedral on Wednesday. The Kennedy matriarch lost her husband after he was assassinated in 1968 and went on to create the Robert F. Kennedy Center for Justice and Human Rights in his honor. President Joe Biden joins former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton at the memorial service. Biden joined Obama and Clinton in the front row for the memorial as all three men greeted Kennedy family members and prepared to make speeches in Ethel's honor. Obama greets Rory Kennedy. Obama warmly embraced Rory Kennedy, Ethel's youngest daughter, who was born after her father's assassination, and said in her speech that, "Mummy was all I had, but she was more than I could have ever hoped for." President Joe Biden gives the eulogy. President Joe Biden fondly recalled how Ethel supported his family during the tragic time after the loss of his wife and daughter in a car accident in 1972. "Ethel helped my family find a way forward," he said in his speech. He continued to say that the matriarch refused to let him quit politics and encouraged him to pursue his dreams. Ethel was a hero in her own right. Full of character, full of integrity and empathy. Genuine empathy. She was full of laughter and joy and light, he said. Kerry Kennedy speaks. Ethel's seventh child warmly greeted Obama, Clinton, and Biden before the ceremony. In her speech, she spoke of her mother's courage, recalling that she taught her children how to survive, how to summon the courage to overcome your fear for the sake of someone else, for the sake of a greater cause, and to do it with a loving heart. Obama speaks in Ethel's honor. In his speech, Obama remembered Ethel's kindness and generosity and perspective and fortitude, in the same way that her joy, her zest for life, her love for people helped feed in her righteous anger toward the many injustices in our world. He continued, "Her life was marked by more tragedy and heartbreak than many of us could bear, and she would have been forgiven if, at any point, she had stepped away from public life or allowed bitterness to fester after all she had been through. But that's not what she did, because that's not who she was." Bill Clinton remembers Ethel as the cat's meow. Clinton highlighted Ethel's mischievous nature in his speech, recalling that she would flirt with him in the most innocent ways. He described her as an amazing fireball of continuous energy and the cat's meow. Martin Luther King III remembers Ethel. The legendary activist's son attended Ethel's memorial, where he recalled the support that his family received after his father's assassination, just months apart from Robert F. Kennedy's death. Stevie Wonder performs "Isn't She Lovely?" The legendary singer paid tribute to Ethel with a rendition of his classic song, "Isn't She Lovely?" and changed the words to honor her by singing "Ethel Was Lovely." Instead, Patrick Kennedy III honors his grandmother. Patrick Kennedy III, one of Ethel's 34 grandchildren, called Ethel the world's greatest grandmother in a moving speech at the memorial. Sting pays tribute to Ethel. The former Police singer paid tribute to Ethel in his moving performance at the memorial on Wednesday. Kathleen Kennedy Townsend remembers her fierce and fun-loving mother. Ethel and Robert's eldest child, Kathleen, described her mother as competitive and generous, fierce and fun-loving, rigorously faithful and reflexively dismissive of authority in a moving speech.